Hey guys, how are you and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm really glad and excited to have you on board. As we all know, I'm doing a series on how my pregnancy journey has been. I believe that this will in one way or the other teach a lesson to someone else, that someone else will learn from this experience and more people will be impacted. And I pray and trust that as time goes on, more of you will be willing to share your unique pregnancy journeys in this YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Nelima and I'm a medical officer practicing in Kenya. So today I'm going to share about my first trimester, how it was. You know, being in the gynecology department, sometimes as a medical officer, I would see mothers who would come in their first trimester complaining of vomiting. They haven't been retaining anything. And as much as I would treat them, sometimes I would wonder, how severe is this vomiting? Or how severe is this vomiting such that someone has to be admitted in hospital? Well, guys, my time came. The first symptom that I really struggled with was a metallic taste. I don't know what happened, but my mouth was always bitter, tasting like metals that I don't know, that I don't fathom. And I remember one of these days as I was traveling to Nairobi, so at the Nakuru stopover, I decided to buy yogurt. I love Telemere yogurt. And as I was taking this yogurt, it really tasted bitter, spoiled. I remember looking at the expiry date and I'm like, these supermarkets have decided to sell expired things, the way those stopover supermarkets tend to exaggerate their prices. Anyway, I just continued taking the yogurt, but I was really disgusted because I checked the expiry date and everything seemed okay. And then later on, that is when it hit me, oh, the hormones are actually kicking in. So my mouth was always metal-like. Regardless of what foods I took, it was just metal-like. The other thing I really struggled with was hypersalivation. Guys, hypersalivation is such a nuisance, okay? And I remember when in the house, I would walk with a bucket of water and then put some washing powder in it. So every time I'm just spitting. That was the time when I really never wanted visitors to come to my house because I had to spit and spit and spit. When you go to work, you're always in the toilet, doing what? Spitting, or on the sink, spitting. I'm telling you, hypersalivation was really, really bad, and I tried almost everything. Nothing worked. So I just prayed for the strength and the grace to walk through it. And something else that really disturbed me in my first trimester, I had very, very bad hyperacidity and acid reflux. That's when I understood that indeed, people who have hyperacidity and acid reflux, I'm telling you, those people suffer. That thing is painful. Like, you will just feel like something is literally moving up your throat, and it is painful. It's like a constricting type of pain. And sometimes even just taking saliva is hard. Taking water is hard. So I really, really struggled with hyperacidity and acid reflux. But for that, sometimes I would take Tums tablets, which helped. But guys, let me tell you something. The first time I bought those Tum tablets, I overdosed myself. My goodness. My mouth was just burning. So even if you decide to do that after consultation with your gynecologist, please and please and please do not overdose yourself. So I really struggled with hyperacidity, and how I dealt with it, though not completely, I decided to identify those foods that I thought triggered it. And I found out almost all fruits triggered my hyperacidity, all the way from mangoes, oranges, pineapples, guavas. I remember one of these days I had gone to Thika, and then along the way there's a place where they sell very good pineapples. I bought many pineapples. I really ate them in the house. I didn't sleep that night. So the only fruits I used to take were watermelon and sugar cane, which never used to trigger my acidity. So anything that could trigger acidity, I avoided it. And that really helped. Like it reached a point, even if I'll just test a piece of an orange, that would trigger my reflux and hyperacidity. And then now, the worst of it all was vomiting, hyperemesis, guys. It was not even morning sickness. The whole day, the whole night, it was so tough. But where God was faithful. I remember there's a time I vomited and vomited until there was nothing left in the stomach. It reached a point I even vomited blood. It was that bad. So what used to help me sometimes, I would take no sick tablets prescribed to me by my gynecologist. So that used to help. But generally, that was my journey. I'm telling you, it was tiring. At one point, I was like, God, I am really grateful. I desired this and you did it for me. But God, the way I'm feeling now, it is feeling so bad. I'm feeling so bad. And I would text a couple of friends, like, how was your first trimester like? And most of my friends are like, no, I was just okay. I vomited for like a week. Everything was okay. Until I met one of my friends. I won't mention her name, but at least she encouraged me. She was like, yeah, I was also there. And as much as I was grateful to God for that, I used to feel so overwhelmed because she had almost similar symptoms like the ones I had. And if she's willing, one day she'll be able to share her own story. So at least from her, I was encouraged. But by the time I was hitting 16 or 17 weeks, slowly by slowly, the symptoms are going down. Yeah, guys, so that's how my first trimester was. If that is how your first trimester is, hang in there. It's gonna be well at the end of it all. And if you're having a smooth journey, bravo. And to all you expectant women, I wish you nothing but the very best.